Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And the question for today is flatten binary tree to linked list. So basically, we have given the root of a binary tree and we have to flatten the tree into a linked list. So linked list being the linear data structure, we have to flatten it. And the linked list should use the same tree node class with the right child pointer point to the next node and left always pointer to null. So basically, we don't have to create a new linked list class and modify it and add values, but instead we have to modify the same tree node class that is given to us, and where the left node will always point to the null and the right node would point to the next value. And here right node would also point to null, left node will also point to null. Basically we have to convert it into a skew tree, what we say. All right, yeah. So that's the meaning of the first line, and the second line is that the order in which, like what order we should follow while inserting the elements, and the order should be same as the pre-order traversal. All right, so some of you might be knowing where pre-order traversal. So just like the left node, left, then the root node, and then the right node. So like that, 1 2 3. So left, then 4, then 5, then 6. So like that. Alright, I hope the traversal is clear, the question statement as well, and the first example as well. Let's move on to the another example. The another example given to us over here is the empty, where it's empty. So we can expect this as a test case and as a corner case as well, where we are given an empty and we have to convert it. I hope that's clear. And if it's 0, it's not a test case and not a corner case, but if it contains a single node, it can be any value. So if it contains 0, we have to output the 0 as well. No need for this. That one important test case is this, what we have over here. Alright, now let's see the constraints given to us. The constraint given to us in this case are that the nodes in the tree could range from 0, can be 0 as well, up to 2000, and the value containing could be negative to as well as 100. And we have to flatten it with O of 1 extra space. Basically we don't want an extra space, we have to flatten it like that. So we have to make it like that. Let's see. Alright, why this is written over here is because that at any point, it's not like that we can store everyone in a list. May first do pre-order traversal, then take a new tree and just randomize the value one by one and insert it. No, we don't have to do that. We have to devise it some particular way. So that's what this follow-up is for. I hope the statement is clear. I hope the examples as well, and I hope the follow-up is clear as well. So yeah, follow-up demands is like we store the entire string in this and then that. So I hope that's clear. Now let's see the approach how we are going to solve this particular problem. All right, so let's see what we have over here is we have to convert it into a flattened linked list. So the first check is clear, and now let's see how we are going to do solve this with this particular example. So suppose we have the tree over here like this and like this. All right, now let's take a, for pre-order traversal, let's take a stack. All right, why stack I am taking? Because I want to go deeper in a particular way, and then I have to process this node. All right, it's not like if I have to process these nodes simultaneously, then I would have taken a queue data structure, but I have to take stack data structure because I have to process them in this manner. All right, so one by one I will be inserting the elements and popping them out at every interval, and after that I'm just assigning the values to the left and the right child. All right, so yeah, so let's see. So initially the stack would be empty and all the things in place, so we will insert the root. All right, now when the root comes out we will see that if the root has a left subchild or a right subchild. So what would be seeing first? Because we want to go deeper from the left node, we will be checking it in the later on stage. First we will checking the right hand side. If there is a right hand side, we just push it into the stack. All right, then we go for the left hand side. If there is left hand side, then we push this to the stack. All right, I hope that's clear. and the first node that we have over here in the temp variable would be the for this node. Now this value should be assigned to the top of the stack, that is the 2. So it would be assigned to 2, and we won't take out the element, we just peek. We use the function as dot peek where s is the stack. So we will peek and just take the value and point, it's pointed right to that, and left would always be null. So then we will point that to null. Alright, while pointing this to this, we will check that whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then there is no element to be inserted, so we won't perform this operation. So it would be the last node only. So we won't be adding it to the value. All right, so we will, while performing this thing, we will check. All right, now since 1 is out, the next element to be popped would be 2. So 2 we have. All right, so 2 we have over in the temp, and 2 is here also. So now 2 is currently pointing to 3 and 4. So we'll go further for the left node only. So we first go 4 and we insert it, then we get 3. As soon as we get 3, the 3 is at the top. Now for the 2, if the stack is not empty, then we will insert it to the next of 2 and point it right to null. Now the tree is changed, like it's 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, and now we are halfway there. All right, so now, all right, so what we do is the 3 has popped up and 4 has popped up, so the stack would be 4, and now 3 is also gone. After this iteration, 4 and 5. All right, now 4 will be coming out. Since 4 doesn't have any of that, and 3 would pop up, 3 would pop up, and 3 doesn't have any of that, so 3's next would be pointed to the top element, that is 4. So it would be pointed to 4, and similarly 4 has not right child subchild, so 4's next would be pointed to 5. Remember that when we are pointing them to the one another, we are not popping the element, we are just using the peek operation of the stack, and we are not popping it. All right, so yeah, so when the popping 4 and pointing it to 5, then we are left with 5. Now at the end, when we take out 5, we just see that its left node is 6, so we insert 6, and after that we just point the 5 to the topmost position, that is 6. So 6 already has both null, so we won't need, we'll just point the left one to the null, right one is already null. Alright, so yeah, that's how the linked list is constructed, and at any given point the stack memory would contain the maximum width. Alright, it won't contain the entire element, so it would contain the maximum width. Alright, I hope that's clear. It's same in the case of queues as well, how we are going to perform, but we don't use queue over here. Why? Because we need to process one node very deep, then we have to process the other node. When this is the kind of situation in trees, we always take help of stack, and when we want both the levels to both single level to be processed simultaneously, then we take the help of a queue data structure. And it would be discussed in any other question you can view in my playlist. There would be some question in which where I've used the queue approach, but if we are going to one depth, then stack. It's basically the graph approach for BFS and DFS. For breadth first search, we are looking at the breadth first, so we are applying the queue data structure. Since we want to go in depth first, so we apply the stack data structure. Similarly goes for trees, because graph is nothing but tree is a directed graph structure with two childs only. All right, so it's directed graph only. Yeah, so that's why these traversal always helps us in case of trees as well as graphs. If you have any confusion, just remember these traversals and you would be very easy with the hand of trees as well. Alright, I hope this is clear, the approach as well, and let's see for the code for this problem. And if you are still facing any kind of doubt here, then I think when we see the code, it would be clearer. Now let's move on to the code for this problem. So here is the code for this problem. So if the root is null, then we return, that's a base case. We initialize our stack, we push the root value. Now while the stack is not empty, the standard procedure that we just pop the first element. And why we are checking right, because we want to go deep for left. So we are checking the right. If right is not null, we just put it into stack, then left. Now if the stack is not empty, then the right position would be pointed to the peak. Peak as that is the top element of the stack, and we're not popping it out, we're just looking at that, and it's pointed to that. All right, and similarly the left is pointed to the null. So when all this will happen, I know I have shown you with the example how this algorithm is going to work. I hope the code is clear as well. So any of you who is still facing any kind of doubt, you can please reach me in the comment section. I will surely reply to every one of you. All right, so yeah, now let's for the moment just try to submit this code. So yeah, as you can see, it's accepted. And if you like this video, please press the like button, share it among your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.